it does seem like they do put in less effort.
Australian men are nonchalant, will not approach women.
Everyone wants different things. Everyone's looking for different things. And I think that's why communication is really important, because like some people are dating to marry, some people are dating to get laid, some people are dating to potentially find someone and they're kind of just seeing how it goes. But I think like being really clear with your intention is important. And I feel like women do a good job of that. But I think that in general, Australian men, it does seem like they do put in less effort.
A man really just got on this app and said we don't call women losers enough. And I couldn't agree more. So I made a list. Coming in at number 1, we have women who make man-hating content. Just because you can't find a man that you want that wants you back and all the ones you date are bums does not make all men losers. You're the loser because you can't get what you want. Right behind that at number 2, we have women who make de-center men content. They are literally the center of your content. If they didn't exist, neither would your platform. And lastly, for the girlies that actually post, are the ones that make first date content. It's in the same vein, it's all really ridiculous, and you're never going to find a man that is going to take you seriously because all of them are going to see your social media and run, as they should.
When a man is correcting his woman, is that a sign of love or control? I think a lot of women see that as control. But strange enough, if a friend is correcting them, like a certain behavior, or a family member, they'll see it more as love. They don't want them going down the wrong path, doing something that might be detrimental to them in the long run. But if their man corrects them, oh, you're just trying to tell me what to do, it's harder for them to see that as love. But I think if your man is not trying to correct you on certain things, check behaviors that might be detrimental. Isn't that more alarming? Like say you're driving down the wrong way on a one-way street, doesn't say anything. He just watches you go the wrong way. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I just don't understand how modern women are complaining that men aren't doing as much anymore. They have the same toxic masculinity as the older generation, but they don't know how to do anything. Are you joking? Do you not have the ability to look in the mirror? We have the exact same expectations for men that we've had for like 100 years. But now as women, we believe that we don't have to do anything for them in return. Nothing. If we have a husband, he better work his off to support us. But if he asks us to clean the house and cook him meals, that's a slave. At some point, you gotta stop blaming men for absolutely everything and just like look in the mirror for once, because we are not perfect, like at all. So maybe men are chasing us less and doing less things for us because we don't deserve it. Maybe that's why. Not all of us, not all women, but a lot of them nowadays. Thank you.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Reason why men don't want to date single mother, because he comes second to your kid. If there's an argument in that house, you're going to tell that man straight, that's not your child, and you can discipline him. If there's a trip going on and he got a trip to go on the school call and you don't find a babysitter, well, he can't go on his trip. Another reason why a man don't want to date a single mother, he got attached to those kids. You break up, you could tell your kid, don't talk to him. And secondly, a man just want to start his own family. He want to see his own seed. He want to start his own family. He don't want a ready-made family. He don't want to be with a woman that's already started a family. That's the reason why a man don't want to date single mothers.
That June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, right? So, men are causing it. Men take up 80% of this, right? Yeah, but women attempt more. Okay, they attempt more. Men succeed more at an alarmingly high rate, which would show that there's a lot of intervention for women. Look, I don't know where you get off being so misogynistic, but men have the most amount of assaults attempted on them, but women get more. So is it just like sexist of me towards men to talk about female victims? No, because you're missing the point. When it's about us, it's okay. When it's about men, well, that makes you a pick-me. Okay, so you've never lost a man to like mental health. Actually, my uncle himself, and it's just so sad because nobody cares, including you. Why would I not care about my uncle? That's my uncle. He's not like men. So you only care unless it affects you. Gotcha. I'm a victim.
It's giving Gemini energy. What? What does that mean? It's giving Gemini energy. Bad don't give, they get taken out. Okay. I got a rape. What's that? Wet ass pussy. Wait, don't you mean WAP? I like your body, yada yada. Stop it. Stop. Allow it. Just speak to me if you want to speak to me. Yeah? Don't say anything else. Just say hello like normal people. Just giving big. Oh my. Who does it benefit? Who wants to talk like this? Who actually have been on the...
How tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
How much do you weigh?
That's none of your business. I told you I was fat.
Oh, okay. We don't play that on my channel. You get your big fat on somewhere then. I don't deal with you big sass broads.
This don't kill my vibe. This don't kill my vibe.
If you think you can get out here and be like Danny's big, go knock yourself out. But I would be remiss to try to tell you as an image consultant and as a person and a professional that you can be 5'3" and weigh so much that you don't even want to tell somebody how much you weigh and think you're going to get a man to marry you. A high value man. So you go ahead and go on back over and get your 2-piece or 3-piece or whatever you got coming from, Chick-fil-A or Popeyes or, and carry your ass on over. Do you think she talked to Brad that way? No. And go on ahead and get your slave fantasy out. You got your mind. I think you talking to me.
I'm a man.
I'm just wondering why y'all are like this.
Why we're men?
Yeah.
I started as a boy, and as I grew up, I turned into a man.
What happened when you turned into a man?
I got pretty hairy.
Are you single?
No, I have a girlfriend.
Have you ever sent her a pic?
No, I have not.
In your life, have you ever sent anyone a pic?
I have never sent a pic in my life. I'm not sure why I'd ever want to or need to send one of those.
It's a little aggressive.
Yeah, you don't know where it's going to end up, and
That's true.
if they want to see it, they can see it in person.
You could have like a scandal though.
Could.
Make you famous.
Yeah, I don't need that.
How do you feel about your body?
I'm pretty comfortable with it.
Do you think men are more comfortable with their bodies than women?
Yeah, generally.
Why?
I feel like women are just judged based on their bodies, where men are not as much.
What would you do if you were a woman for a day?
I'd get like a Russian manicure or something.
A Russian manicure?
Yeah, my girlfriend.
Okay.
I'm just going to say this because I've seen a few videos floating across my FYP which really make me honestly question the goodness and basic human decency that a lot of people claim that they have. Because if you are celebrating the loss of someone's life based on the fact that you happen to disagree with them, just a reminder, that makes you not a good person. That actually rather makes you a rather terrible person. And I don't care if you don't like to hear that, but any person that would wish someone's demise because they disagree with them, you've got some serious issues that you need to work through. And if you don't like my saying this and you want to unfollow me because of it, by all means do so. But if you celebrate the loss of life, there is something very seriously wrong with you at your core. And you might need to work on that.
A lot of these modern women are asking, for some reason, why men are checking out. Why would a man be checking out? Have you looked at the current dating market? Have you looked at how people are acting? Modern women are acting? Have you seen all of that? Look at what men have to do just to get a date. Look at all that. And she might go ghost. She might not even show up. There was one woman talking about, well, he started talking to me and I just ghosted him. Oh, I just wanted a free meal. I just wanted to get out the house. That's the type of stuff that men have to go through. Do you think it's really a mystery at that point? You're on your worst behavior.
Some of y'all are confused. Y'all don't have a good example of what a man is, so y'all just don't know. So I'm gonna help y'all out. A strong man versus a weak man. A weak man will not walk over to you. A strong man will. A strong man doesn't fear failure or rejection. Why? Because he know he can make it. He know he can make it in this world. So they will have no problems walking up to you, introducing themselves, and asking you your name and such and such and such and such. They won't be the type of guy that you have to ask questions about, like, well, what if he's shy? And do I make the first move? Or what if he's looking at me? But he's too shy. No, that's weakness. You don't want a weak man. You want a strong man. Exactly. Weak men don't approach because they know they're going to get shut down because they know deep down inside something about them ain't strong enough to be with you. So why even put yourself through it? Some women are so desperate that they will go and collect a weak man just to say they got something.
Your partner should never have to wonder how you feel about them. That's the key. They shouldn't be guessing if you're still attracted to them or questioning if you even like them today. They shouldn't be begging for affection or reading between the lines of your silence. Because when you love someone, really love someone, it shows in how you speak to them, how you touch them, how you show up for them, even on your tired days. Love doesn't have to be loud, but it should be clear. Because nothing chips away at connection like feeling invisible in your own relationship. So let them hear it. Let them feel it. A text that says, I'm thinking about you. Little things matter, especially when life gets busy. No one should ever feel unsure about the place they hold in your heart. Love loud, love often, and never let them wonder.
My husband's home. I'm going to do a rear-facing camera because if I have it here next to my tripod, he's going to see it and it's not going to be authentic. I'm cooking dinner. I'm in the worst mood because I'm in the kitchen and I hate it. And I'm going to see if he can make me be in a better mood because when he comes in, he does tend to be very touchy-feely. I'm going to turn the camera around, but I am going to have it leaned up sort of incognito. Oh, crap. I did 10 minutes. I don't know how long it takes him to get out of the car, so shh, be quiet. I don't even know if this is an angle. Do I look like a happy housewife? I hate cooking. What's taking him so long? I get so nervous. Hi. How was your day?
Good, man. Little dad.
He's upstairs. He's also upstairs. I love you. Love you, babe.
Love you too.
The food should be ready soon.
When you see an attractive man with an average-looking, not so attractive woman, you just know there's something wrong with him.
I wonder what exactly they mean by that. It couldn't be that they are of the opinion that all men are superficial. Could it?
He's likely a very strange person, has a high-pitched voice, something.
Right, because attractive men couldn't possibly be actually good people that would be interested in a woman for something other than what she looks like.
But when you see a beautiful woman with an unattractive man, you're thinking one of three things.
Oh, here we go.
He must have a great personality, a lot of money and status, or she's just made a huge mistake.
It's not every day when someone actually manages to make both men and women sound bad under the same topic. Because they're insinuating that good-looking men couldn't possibly be interested in a woman that isn't physically very attractive, and they're also insinuating that women are so materialistic that there actually must be something in it for them, or else they wouldn't be interested. It's actually quite something, really.
Okay, so what is it with men and not wanting to plan dates?
Women are part of the problem for sure. But also this generation of men that's coming up, you look pretty young, probably in your early 20s. A traditional man that wants to do all of that is going to be a little bit harder to find. Here's one of the main problems though. Here's where you affect this whole thing. As a woman, a female presenting human. Go along with whatever he says. When it comes time for the date, if he says like, what do you want to do? Say, I'd really like for you to choose. I'd really like for you to plan it. And I'm down for whatever, I promise. And then don't roll your eyes, don't complain, don't scoff. Do it. Then at the end, when he asks like what you thought, be like, well, I had a good time with you, but I probably would have liked a whatever. And then suggest a change and then allow him to change the next time. A lot of men are asking what women want and going back and forth because every man has experienced this. Hey, I'd like to take you out sometime. Awesome, cool. Let's go to this restaurant, maybe like Friday at this time. Ew, I don't like that place. Okay, well, where's somewhere that you do like? You don't plan the date? That. And I'm sure you can understand how that would be annoying. It's not 100% on women, but that's how you can help to alleviate the issue, at least in your small sample size of experience.
A lot of these modern women want a provider man or a traditional man. How come a man is not traditional? How come he's not like my grandfather? Men used to go to war. Well, I don't think you guys really notice or understand that you said that you were independent and you didn't need a man. You said that men weren't good for anything. You said the traditional way of living was outdated. It was it just not something that you were interested in. But you'll notice that a lot of modern women will say traditional things are outdated when it comes to me. I shouldn't have to do the traditional things anymore. But you as a man, I just expect a man to do X, Y, and Z for me. So tradition on my side, but you get to do whatever you want. Got it.
I just got told to put on a shirt at Planet Fitness over my sports bra. And the reason, and it was a female manager as well. And the reason she gave me was that they would like to keep their respect and that there's a lot of guys in the gym.
More and more gyms should be doing this. You're not at your house. Why are you in the gym in a sports bra? You're there to work out, yeah? Yeah? Why are you there half naked? And then you're offended because she says you have to cover up because there's other people at the gym. Yes, there's guys there and you're making them uncomfortable, so put some clothes on. You wouldn't fail to record them or report them if they were staring you down simply because you were half naked. So if the female manager, and you said female manager as if she shouldn't tell you to cover up because she's a female, if the female manager tells you to put some clothes on because there's other people there, put some clothes on. Or how about don't go to the gym half naked?
Why are men approaching women like this in a place that's supposed to feel like a safe space? I went to my Pilates class just now. I'm ready to take my class. I check in, I go to the lockers, and as I'm standing at the lockers, I hear this guy walk in, and the front desk girl is like, "Hi, what's your name?" Like, to check him in. He's like, "No, I'm here to do something else." He beelines directly towards me as I'm opening up my locker, and he says, "Excuse me, I just wanted to come in and let you know you're so beautiful. Are you single?" I show him my ring, and then he proceeds to say, "Oh, how long have you been engaged?" A year. "Oh, how did he do it?" It was the most amazing special thing ever. He surprised me, and I said yes. Like, why are you still here? There's no chance. I'm taken. Go away. And he continues to linger, and then he's like, "It was so nice to meet you. Have a great day." Read the room, dude. It was so uncomfortable. I'm going to Pilates to be in a class filled with women, and you're coming in here trying to like shoot your shot? Dude, no. I want the all-girls Pilates studios. No boys allowed. Don't even think about entering this premises, okay? This is my safe space where I don't feel the need to look over my shoulder.
Have you ever been upset about something, so you bring it up to your husband, but his response isn't what you were hoping for? Here's the thing. Sometimes it's not that he doesn't care. Sometimes it's just bad timing. If he's prepping for work, distracted by a project, or expecting people to show up any minute, it's not the right moment to bring up something heavy. I know it feels like you are getting it off your chest, but if there's no time or space to actually work through it, it's just going to feel like an end. And that irritation you might see from him, don't misread it as him not valuing you or the problem. It might just mean his head is somewhere else already. So what do? You ask him to pick a time in the next day or two when you can actually sit down and talk about it. That way, you know he knows that it matters to you, and you can go into it with both of you present and ready, because timing really is as important as the words you choose.
Men do not care if you have kids. I can promise you, Promise you. So if you are listening and you have kids and you're scared to get a divorce or leave a relationship because you're a mom, get that out of your head. Men do not care.
There are definitely a lot of men who do care if you have kids. I think that Kristen is mostly speaking from her perspective because she makes a decent amount of money. You know, I'm pretty sure she lives somewhere in California, maybe LA. So she doesn't really have to worry about not having enough money to hire a babysitter or not knowing how she's going to be able to afford her rent or really needing a guy for multiple incomes. And so her perspective with guys that she might be dating is just going to be different from your average woman. I also think it's different when we're talking about casual versus serious, because there's a lot of guys who will date a single mom casually, but they might not be ready for the responsibility that comes with having to sort of take on that step parent role. And I know there's going to be some women who say that they wouldn't have to take that on, but the truth is, if you really fall deeply in love with somebody, eventually that probably is going to come with being in a partnership with them, at least most of the time. So men are kind of evaluating that. And it's not just men. There are women who are evaluating that too. There are a lot of women who also won't date single dads if they are child free. So it's just one of those things where it doesn't mean that it's completely hopeless. And if you are open to also dating a single parent, then that might work even better for you. But it is just the truth that every sort of thing that could make you more niche or could add a responsibility to your life probably will make it harder to date in some capacity. But that doesn't mean that it's impossible. It just means that you sort of have to navigate accordingly and understand that there are going to be some people who reject you because of it, but that doesn't mean that you can't find your person at the end of the day. But that is just my personal opinion, so let me know what you guys think. Bye.
Diabolical things I want in a man. Number 1, height. My man's gotta be above 6'2". My last 2 boyfriends were 6'3". Both of them. And they were jacked. And they looked really good. How am I supposed to downgrade from that? So, unfortunately, my next man will have to be 6'2" and up. Number 2, you can't have a gut. I need you built. I need you fit and going to the gym multiple times a week. I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna date a fat guy.
Now, what's never gonna add up for me is you want tall, fit, and attractive, and you had that twice and you fumbled them both. But you're on the internet right now actively searching for that same exact prototype. He needs to have multiple streams of income. And then she said, we need to be able to make as much money as possible. And I'm like, we? Who is we? Because it's all going to be him. What you want is for him to be able to pay for everything while you sit on your lazy and do nothing. And of course, she's materialistic. Expensive gift, expensive vacay, flying business, all that she herself can't afford. By the way, he needs to have an expensive watch or multiple. And it can't be no Rolex, because guess what? Rolex is now considered cheap. I just know she's broke, because it's usually the brokies and the useless ones that has the highest standards.
See a lot of these women confused about why men don't approach anymore. But I don't think they ever really stop to ask themselves, why would a man approach? Right? You can walk up to a woman trying to be respectful and they start rolling their eyes. They immediately start with the BS. They immediately start with the attitude and all of that stuff, right? Might pull my phone out and start recording. A lot of times, these modern women will in a very sneaky way pull their phone out for no reason, really, honestly and truly. I can see if he was feeling unsafe, but they'll kind of sneakily slide their phone out and, kind of leave it by their under the table or whatever, and just be recording the whole interaction, just watching a documentary where they really weren't supposed to be filming something, but they, obviously women don't really listen. And in that scenario, I'm not really mad at it because there was some shady stuff going on. But a lot of modern women just record because they want to post and disrespect you. Like they want to clown you and stuff like that. And in those situations and scenarios, men are like, why would I sit up here and allow this? Why would I sit up here and allow this to happen to me? Why would I be a part of this? Most men are saying, no, I'm okay.
So you don't think guys should approach girls at all? Girl, I love you and you a queen, but I disagree, and here's why. When girls claim they don't want guys to approach them ever, this stems from a pattern formed over years and years of approaches gone bad. Because honestly, so few guys know how to do it correctly. So you're gonna sit here and tell me that if a guy approached you, made you laugh, didn't pressure you, bonus points, he's cute, but even if he's not, he genuinely made you feel better off than when he found you. You're gonna be like, no, I wish that didn't happen? Let me explain it to you another way. If no one approached anyone ever, who would we talk to? Our coworkers and like the same 5 friends we've made in middle school? There'd be like no other options. Sad. What you don't like is men who approach you reeking with the energy that the only reason why he's talking to you is simply because you're pretty. Guys, this can be fixed by changing your mindset and your opener. What you don't like is men approaching you and asking you question after question. This is called question stacking, a terrible way of starting a conversation. What you don't like is when men stop you in the middle of the street to talk to you. This can be fixed with a better understanding of positioning, walking with them while keeping a safe distance, while engaging them verbally. And what you really don't like is the feeling that you have to get mean in order for the guys to back off. To where they sometimes get mean in pure reaction right back. Which I don't blame you for, by the way. I've had to do that many times myself. This is because guys need to get better at reading body language, and they have a poor mindset when it comes to approaching women in general. Point is that if you don't believe anyone should approach anyone ever, that just tells me you haven't had the pleasure of an approach going really well. It's awesome, honestly, and really fun. Fact of the matter is, many of my clients and people in general have met their now significant other by being the one to approach her first. And getting rid of that, I mean, that's getting rid of a lot of chances and opportunities to find happiness. Approaching women is a skill, and just like any skill, it's completely learnable. So guys, follow for more content or book yourself a call to learn how today. And I hope this is helpful.
Men be like, I don't like women who wear makeup. Oh yeah? So why is the makeup industry still a thing? Why is it recession-proof, pandemic-proof, literally thriving and growing every year?
I can't tell if this is satire or not, but let's just get into it. Let's just say what it is. Men fall in love with looks, so women wear makeup the same way that women fall in love with words, which is why men lie. But on a side note, the last that I heard, women don't wear makeup for men, but we all know that that's because if that were true, then you'd go to the club or you'd go anywhere that you're trying to attract men for free drinks and look like a bum. And then on the flip side of it, the women that say that they do it for themselves are actually trying to compare themselves to an unrealistic beauty standard that they see either on Instagram or through celebrities. And it's the comparison of other women that keeps women stuck in this perpetuated cycle for the need to wear makeup, and they feel more confident. But yet these women never ask themselves why they only feel confident when they wear makeup. At the end of the day, there's so many videos through and through that prove that women do wear makeup for men, but no one finds it weird that even a makeup industry that's geared towards women, for women, supported by women, is still the fault of men, according to this video. Okay, bye.
Why do men pursue women when they are not ready for a relationship?
I wonder if it's because we punish pleasure seekers, those that seek pleasure. Like pleasure has been made to feel illegitimate. Or at the very least, people are made to feel like it is. And this gets way worse as you get older as well. Now, I've put the video in the description because when she asked this question, there is a really interesting response from a guy on the panel. It's very truthful. He's talking about men wanting access to a woman's body, wanting to use her, and then also getting into this thing about chasing women to fill a kind of void within them, using women's bodies almost like a drug. I want to be very clear. There are men out there doing that, for sure. There are all kinds of people, men and women, chasing intimacy, chasing physical relationships, validation, all because something in their life isn't landing. I'm not denying that doesn't exist, but I do think because nobody followed up, it sort of skipped over something that I feel like is really important. I think what they skip over is that people are allowed to pursue pleasure so long as it's in the framework of also being in pursuit of a relationship. And I think if it's not in pursuit of a relationship, it does get judged. This has always been a problem for women, we know this. But I do think we've always had it for men too, and that noise is starting to get a lot louder. The difference is in the approach, and this is where the patriarchy takes over. Women were ultimately taught to hide that desire, not only from the world but from themselves. Men were taught to find safe ways to pursue it, which meant lying. But ultimately, everybody is kind of aggrieved in this. I think this all ultimately creates a very strange dynamic where the only way to access intimacy, to access physical relationships, is to have to frame them as if you're looking for something serious. All this leads is people hiding and people lying. And I think those are just the worst versions of it. More commonly, people just get really, really confused. A physical relationship with someone over time that also develops into a friendship, lines get very blurred. intentions are not as clear as they were at the beginning. And I'm not even sure it's because any man or woman is necessarily evil. There are evil people out there. I ultimately just think it's because they didn't feel safe to like access that part of them that just said, this is all I want, I'm sorry. I do think it's really regressive too. I think it quietly like reintroduces ideas that I'm really not comfortable with. Like if you're not looking for a relationship, then that connection with someone is meaningless. No commitment means a waste of your time. And also, if something physical happens with no long-term intent, even if both parties are agreed, then someone has been used. There's a weird like hierarchy to all of this that I just don't think is that clean, people. And again, that doesn't take away from the fact that people do deceive. People who say they want a relationship, say they want more, but in their head they know they just want to sleep with that person. I'm not and never will defend that. But that kind of desire that isn't necessarily pursuing a relationship, I don't think is something that should just be relegated to our youth, to a period of immaturity. I also don't think it should be defined by labels that diminish it. I just don't like describing those experiences as unimportant, or as just there to like fill a void or some hole that's missing in your life. Look, if someone says they want marriage, they want kids, and you don't, then you should communicate that. Equally, if they want monogamy and you know you don't, you should communicate that because you will cheat on them. And I think more people will if we destigmatize pleasure. I do think if that type of honesty wasn't so judged, people would be more willing to accept rejection for what it is, which is that we just want different things. I think very simply, if you punish people for seeking pleasure, you don't suddenly stop the desire for pleasure. You just make honesty about it feel like such a risk.
Hot take, but the Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook groups have gotten wildly out of hand. And I feel like I'm totally going to get in trouble for even posting something like this because it's like the mafia in there. But it's like new age cyberbullying, some of these posts. I mean, girls are literally just screenshotting Hinge profiles and posting any red flags. Duh, somebody's ex is gonna comment.
If the woman that you're interested in is in one of these groups, red flag, please run. Get away as fast as you can, as soon as you can. Because it's really the same way as the girl that you're interested in going and calling your ex or all of your exes to find out more about you. That generally is not okay. Like, no relationship is going to move forward in that case, because what kind of ex is going to only say great things about their ex? Like, they didn't work out and there's a reason. There's going to be most likely, like 95% of cases, there's going to be hard feelings. And the underlying, even more important fact is that for her to do that means that she doesn't trust you enough and she doesn't want to get to know you, the man in front of her, through you. Like, she'd rather see you through your ex's eyes. And do you really want to do that? Unfortunately, a lot of women are falling into this trap because of these groups, and they think that it is actually a normal, acceptable thing that is healthy. They think that they're all girls, and they all believe one another. They believe that the woman is never the problem. And that, in the end, is just gonna keep you ladies single.
At this point, like you said, you're 32, you have 2 children, it's like it's over for you. You know, I hear you say that all the time.
You made a conscious decision to have 2 children with the man. So let's play it the opposite way, shall we? 54% of black men are single and childless, 61% in the middle class. You're looking for a stepfather. 30% of men are already married. 16% of men are responsible for 80% of the children. So you'd be looking for a man in that 54%, a stepfather, a man with no children. Why should a man who is childless come take on another man's 2 daughters?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Father of his children wants to be with you, so that man is gonna have some feelings. Do you want to have any more children?
I really don't.
Thank you.
I was gonna say,
the man doesn't even get any kids.
What I was gonna say, I don't. But if I find someone that makes me happy, I don't mind having.
Make yourself happy, ma'am. Hear me and hear me well, ladies. My critics and detractors. It is not a man's job to make you happy. It is not a husband's job to make you happy. That is a lie from the pit of. It is our job to protect, provide, prophesy, teach. It is not our job to make you happy. You want to be happy? Eat a chocolate chip cookie, watch a movie, pet a puppy. It is not our job to make you happy.
A lot of these bad decisions that modern women have been making has been causing them and leading them to have to do more of the work. When it used to be, you just kind of chill out, sit back, let the man come to you. But the way that modern women act, you got to go up to the man now. you gotta approach the man and open your mouth now. It ain't enough just to walk around him and drop a handkerchief and all that other stuff. You gotta elevate the process of dropping the handkerchief, because you decided, well, I ain't never gonna do that. I ain't gonna be around no man. I don't want no man around me. Okay, so what happens when you actually want a man? Well, it ain't never gonna happen. Surprise, surprise. When you actually want a man, you 35, 40, now you want a man. And you have not, and they say that men don't, but you have not been developing any social skills. You have not been developing or networking with any men to understand and know how you need to get a man's attention. And so now you don't even know how to drop the handkerchief. You think, modern women think dropping a handkerchief nowadays is showing their behind and showing their chest. Walking up saying something like super provocative and flirty. And then when that man only wanted for one thing, then she's upset about it. You're doing this to yourself. All of this you're doing to yourself. A man can only take so much accountability for how he shows up in the dating market. At some point in time, y'all got to take accountability too for y'all's bad behavior. That's why you got to approach now, because you've been on your worst behavior.